Mercedes made the announcement that they were coming to Tuscaloosa.
I was at work one day at the dealership, and I happened to pick up a newspaper, and I saw on a side column on the right-hand side, Mercedes-Benz picks Alabama for the site of the new production location.
I remember telling my friends that I was moving to Alabama, and they said, "Where?" And I said, "Well, I'm not really sure. It's somewhere in the South."
My first thought was then, Alabama? I'd never even been to Alabama. I'm from Oregon. So it was a totally a surprise to me.
I was excited because I wanted a change, and I sort of thought to myself, that would be a great opportunity for me if I can get on out there at Mercedes.
Excited at the same time, looking for an opportunity.
My boss told me, "Hey, you want to go to Tuscaloosa?" And I said, "Bangkok, Tuscaloosa?" There's a culture shock. So, but I signed up. Initial contract 18 months. Now almost 18 years later, I'm still hanging here.
I was happy that a new company was coming into town, but it didn't faze me because I didn't have any automotive experience.
At that time, what I told my husband was that someday I will be working at that company, and here I am now.
It was total chaos. So we had this little trailer out in the middle of nowhere. A lot of construction workers. I remember the groundbreaking event had to be postponed, and the first one was postponed, I believe, 5 times due to rain.
I remember the first 2 days we were looking over the site. There wasn't really anything there but a big flat prepared ground, and I remember looking at an excavator, and it was digging the first pit for the paint shop. So it was basically putting the big first hole in the ground.
We had to walk around with the helmets and protecting and all this other stuff. It was extremely loud.
You walk on the rocks and muds and stuff like that. Nothing, no air conditioning.
But it was exciting that there was always something new. You could actually see the progress. The trees were moving, the roads were coming in. It was constant.
It was frantic, everyone running around, because we started off with just a few people and started adding on, and we had like 4 per team, I think.
I think today it's definitely more organized than when we started here. The early days, no. We had to do everything from getting the parts on the line, making training plans, moving team members around, possibly changing processes.
The environment compared to now is, it's small. The building started out at less than 1 million square feet. We could have all team meetings in the atrium and fill up a fourth of it. And everybody kind of knew everybody because there just wasn't that many people.
So it was important everyone learned to work as a team, because you had to support each other, had to help each other. And if it hadn't been for the good teamwork, you'd have been lost.
We are a new company, we're a young company, but we've shown the world that we can compete with the best. It's been quite a journey, from growing up in Tuscaloosa all of my life to hearing about the company being built here, a manufacturing company of Mercedes-Benz, and then being a part of the company and becoming a team member.
There are a tremendous amount of opportunities out here at Mercedes, and once I became an employee here at Mercedes, I saw that the sky was the limit if you had a determination.
If you think back, I started out as a type of intern. I started in finance, I was moved to quality, was in production, logistics, and obviously in my new role as CEO, I never dreamed I would have the opportunities to do such a wide range of things and be able to grow in a company like I've been able to grow here at MBUSI.
Technology is always changing and advancing, and Mercedes makes sure that we are right there at the edge, the cutting edge of technology, with all of the training that they give us. Every time there's change, we are right there with it, and that's the opportunity that Mercedes gives us.
And training has been one of the most important pillars. I've gone from quality administrative assistant to quality specialist to now quality engineer. And looking back at the time when I first started, didn't realize that, hey, I have this vast amount of career opportunity here at MBUSI.
But you look at the impact it's had economically on the state of Alabama in the last 20 years, it's amazing what's happened out here.
Mercedes-Benz started the evolution of industry in Alabama as far as I'm concerned.
Mercedes started it. Before Mercedes, there was no Toyota engine plant in Huntsville. There was no Honda plant over in Lincoln. There was, a Hyundai plant down in Montgomery, and you look at all the supply base. I mean, we started it. And that's an incredibly special feeling. It's something that I think I take a lot of pride in, that not only were we the first to come, but we were also successful at it.
The contractors, the suppliers, I mean, just job opportunities after job opportunities has increased here because of Mercedes. So the Mercedes has been truly a blessing to the state of Alabama.
I started March the 12th of 1994. My son started in May of 1998, and my grandson now is trying for an internship. He's in his first year at the university. So hopefully in the next 20 years, I'll have a great-grandson that's going to work here.
When I was 7 years old, I never thought I'd be working at Mercedes-Benz.
For the young people that are, especially growing up in Alabama, a lot of them, and they were too young to remember because it's been 20 years ago.
The main thing I remember was when I was 7 years old, my dad got a new job working for Mercedes-Benz. I've seen it with my dad, I've seen it with my uncle. I know I can, work here for a long time and be very happy.
Success, that we have here, that's better for our next generation.
Being able to purchase a better house, living in a better neighborhood, a better school system. So my whole family, we're just so happy and elated about that.
Having a life change like that because of your work, a work that you enjoy, that makes a difference. That means that you're a happy employee going to work and you're happy to provide for your family, make sure that everything that they need is accounted for.
If you think back to where we were 20 years ago, nobody would have come up with it, thinking, okay, we're going to build 200,000+ vehicles, we're going to build a fifth car in the next couple of years.
And you look at the expansion, like we start off with 14, 15 robots, something like that. Now we're soon to have 1,400.
The plant went from 900 and some odd thousand square feet to, it'll be over 5 million by the end of this year. We've gone from one product line, we'll be heading into, I believe, 5 by the time we get all the cars launched.
You look back at it, it's just really awing to see the changes that have made and are still coming in our future.
It's hard to miss it. I mean, every time you look around, it's construction.
There was no way you could even think about that this whole thing is gonna double and triple in size and people.
And I was told, well, we'll never build more than 65,000 units a year here. And now, next year, we're looking at close to 300,000. I just look forward to getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and lots more cars and lots more employment.
It's going to be a wild ride, and it has been for the last 18 years, and hopefully for a few more. Makes me wish I was a little younger to keep seeing it going, but I got a few more years out here anyhow.
Yeah, we will continue to grow, and obviously we want to grow, but I want to make sure that we're providing good, stable employment for everybody here.